こんにちは、サムゾです。今日のレッスンは、趣味と好きなもののフレーズと会話。This is a beginner's lesson, but it will be very interesting. Let's start, okay? Okay. Now, this is a beginner's lesson, but there are other videos on my blog where you can find more phrases you can use, more practice. So please check this out. Let's start looking at the lesson plan. We're gonna see a picture, then some dialogue, see what new words and phrases we can use, and finally practice a little bit with exercises and role play. Please look at this picture. Okay, what do you see? Alright, so there is a painting, camera, and some movies. Okay, so let me ask you a few questions here. Do you like painting? How about photography? Do you like photography? What about movies? Do you like horror movies? Do you like every movie? Okay, how would you respond to these questions? Alright, correct. You can practice at home, pause the video if you need more time. Let's look at this dialogue together. First of all, I'm gonna read it one time. So we are at a musical, and before the show, two friends are talking. Marcus is a guy, and Cleo is his friend. She's a girl. Let's start by reading Marcus's line. Thanks for bringing me here. It's my first musical. I'm excited. I hope you like it. I'm a big fan of musicals. What do you do in your free time? These days I'm into movies, especially horror films. What kind of movies do you like? Horror movies aren't really my thing. I prefer romantic comedies. Do you do any sports? Oh yeah, I love sports. I play soccer. I watch a lot of baseball as well. You? Baseball is okay. Soccer is not bad either, but my favorite sport is volleyball, by far. Alright, okay. Now, let me ask you a few questions. What are Marcus and Cleo talking about? And what is Cleo's favorite sport? Okay, not too difficult. Let's read one more time. So this time I will read Marcus, and I would like you at home to read Cleo. Alright? So you will practice it at the same time with me like a conversation. Okay? Let's start. Thanks for bringing me here. It's my first musical. I'm excited. Your turn. These days I'm into movies, especially horror films. What kind of movies do you like? Oh yeah, I love sports. I play soccer. I watch a lot of baseball as well. You? Actually, let me just bring it here so you can see everything. Now, what Marcus and Cleo talking about? So they're talking about their hobbies. What things they like to do when they are not at work. Okay. Now, the first thing they're talking about. The first question that Cleo asks Marcus. What is the first question she asks? Okay, she says, what do you do in your free time? How about Marcus? He also has some questions. Can you see them? Alright, so we have what kind of movies do you like? Do you and you, alright? And finally, last question is from Cleo. Do you do any sports? Alright, there is a small difference between do you do and do you play, but you can use both. Do you play any sports? Do you do any sports? Both okay. Alright, so when you want to ask someone about what their hobbies are, you will say this. Do you like blah blah blah? You can use do you like with a noun. For example, do you like tennis? Do you like soccer? Do you like this movie? You can also use do you like plus verb plus ing. For example, do you like cooking? Do you like running? Do you like swimming? Okay? Sometimes you will see I like to run, but this is, maybe check this other video I will make on the difference between like running and like to run. We're talking about hobbies, so we will only use ing today. Okay? Great. So, this Snoopy here, he likes something. So what question do you ask in this situation? There are books. Okay, the answer is, do you like reading? Okay, you could say, do you like books if you want. Next question, do you like movies? Alright, movies is very, there are many kinds of movies. You have action movies, comedies, drama, documentary, horror movies, many kinds of movies. So how can I explain this? Maybe I know you like movies, but I want to know what kind of movies do you like? Action movies is a kind of movie. Okay? Star Wars and Star Trek are the same kind of movies. They're science fiction movies, sci-fi. Okay? However, The Hangover and the Daddy Daycare are two comedies, same kind of movies. Now, this is music, so how can I say? I know you like music, but I want to know, do you like rock or pop or R&B or rap or J-pop or K-pop? What question do I need to ask? Exactly. What kind of music do you like? Okay. Here's my question. Do you like tennis? Do you like tennis? And there are many different answers depending on if you like or not. You could say, yes, I like tennis. Stronger than like, I love tennis. And if you don't like tennis, I don't like it. Now, I want to show you more natural phrases that native speakers will use, and if you can use these phrases that I am going to show you, you will sound a lot more natural. That will look really good in a conversation and really something you can use anytime you talk with someone, almost. So I like a little bit stronger, that is the same meaning. Same meaning. I like is I'm into. I like tennis. I'm into tennis. Okay. I like sports. I'm into sports. Same meaning. Next word. I really like. A little bit stronger than like. Almost like love, but less strong still. So I like, I'm into. I really like, I'm really into. Same meaning. Okay? Now, imagine, actually, let me hide this. Okay, imagine your favorite sport is baseball and your favorite team is Rakuten Eagles. Okay, so you are a Rakuten Eagles fan. Alright, that's the team that you really love. So another way to say love is to say I'm a big fan of Rakuten Eagles. I really like soccer, but I'm a big fan of volleyball, for example. I'm a big fan of Julia Roberts or Brad Pitt, famous actors. Next, sometimes you're not sure if you don't like, you don't like. It's between the two. Okay, so here's what you would say. Cleo says, soccer is not bad. Soccer is not bad. Now, not bad is a very special phrase in English. Here you have to be careful with your intonation. Let me give you an example. I like this dish. I like this meal. Wow, this meal is not bad. Okay, I like it. Not bad. I don't really like it. It's okay. This meal is not bad. It's not bad. And I don't like this meal. It's not bad, but it's not bad. But okay, can you hear the difference? One more time. Wow, that's not bad. That's really good. Not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Or yeah, that's not bad. Okay, your intonation matches the meaning. Same one. It's okay. Okay, soccer is okay. Yeah, it's okay. Not very strong. And now we're getting to things you don't like. So do you remember, if you can go back to the dialogue, Cleo says something special, right? She says, yeah, it's not really my thing. Or maybe Marcus says this. Not really my thing. It's not my thing. I don't like running. Running is not my thing. Okay? And if I want to put the opposite of into, the opposite of big fan, so you can say, well, I hate it, or I'm not a big fan of running. I'm not really into swimming. Swimming is not my thing. I don't like swimming. I'm not really into swimming. Same meaning, okay? And your intonation is important. If you really don't like something, you will say, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. No. Or I'm not a big fan of that. That's a bit nicer. But, things you don't like. Okay? Let's practice. So please answer these questions. Do you like sports? Do you like running? And what kind of music do you like? I'll give you my answers as an example. Do you like sports? Yes, I love sports and I really like soccer. I'm really into soccer. Do you like running? Running is not my thing. I'm not really into running. And what kind of music do you like? Well, me personally, I'm a big fan of the Jackson 5, and I'm not really into dubstep. Okay? So, one more thing I want to show you. This was, my answer. In a conversation, you will try to ask another question. to keep the conversation going. So when you ask your question, you will say things like, how about you? And you. And more casual, you. Okay? If you're with your boss, you will say, how about you? If you're with your friend, you. Okay? So, another example, do you like sports? Yes, I love sports. I'm a big fan of soccer. How about you? Soccer is not really my thing. Okay? Now, do you like sports? Do you like fishing? Do you like rugby? Do you like cooking? Do you like vegetables? All these questions sound the same. So instead of always asking the same question, when we are in a conversation, we can change things a little bit. If you remember in the dialogue, Cleo and Marcus almost never say, do you like? Do you like movies? No, they don't say that. Instead, you could say, are you into sports? You remember? I am into is I like, so I can say, do you like? Are you into? What kind of sports are you into? So this is the same phrase we took before. What kind of sports do you like? And do you like? Are you into? Okay. Other examples. What do you do for fun? What do you do is your job. So what do you do for fun is your hobby. What do you do for fun? What do you do in your free time when you do not work? And one more. How do you spend your free time? How do you spend your free time? A little bit more difficult, but you can use this. This is a really nice way to ask someone about their hobbies. Now, there is one phrase, do you have any hobbies, that, natural speakers will not really use. It's correct. People understand it, but don't really use this one. Instead, they will say, are you into sports? What are you into? What do you do in your free time? Okay? Great. Let's have an example. Two people are talking. You ask someone, do you play any sports? Again, do you play any sports? Do you do any sports? Almost the same thing, so don't worry about it. Do you play any sports? Yes, I love sports. I'm a big fan of soccer. And you? What kind of sports do you like? Well, soccer is not really my thing. I'm more into dancing. This is just an example. So try to pause the video and change every sentence. Okay? To make it real for you. So change the question, change the answer, and change the other question and answers. Okay? Here is an example. Do you play any sports? You could say, are you into any sports? What sports do you like? What sports are you into? So, I love sports. So you could say, I really like sports. I'm a big fan of soccer. I'm really into soccer. And you can say, how about you? What kind of sports do you like? What kind of sports are you into? Well, soccer is not really my thing, so I could say soccer is, I'm not really into soccer, or soccer is not bad, but I like dancing more. Okay? Let's have a role play. So pretend you're my friend, someone we just met. Okay, and I see you. And hi, what's your name? Oh, okay. And do you play any sports? What kind of sports are you into? Oh, me? Yeah, I'm into swimming. I like swimming, but I'm not really into dancing. Yeah, I'm not good at dancing. Are you a good dancer? Do you like dancing? Okay, great. This is just an example. In real life, conversations will be different. You know, every conversation is different, but this is to give you an idea. If you have any questions, please go to my website. There will be other videos. All right, this is finished. Okay, good job. Now, this was a little bit of phrases that can help you. There are more phrases, so if you want a more advanced lesson, you can go to my website. The link is under the video. You can also look at this video on how to use prefer or by far, like in the dialogue, and you can also check this short video on how to use what is the difference between like doing and like to do. Okay, all right, see you soon. Bye bye.